Okay, today's video, I am going to ask myself some random questions that I found on Google. I think at least maybe, now I typed these up on my laptop here. I thought it'd be a lot easier. I have talked about one of these once, but the rest are pretty random. I thought this could be interesting. I kind of got this idea from a unhinged questions video on TikTok that I come across recently. Now, granted, there was someone in that video there was someone asking the questions to someone else, but of course, I'm asking myself these, of course, because obviously. So, yeah, some of these I actually think were quite interesting, which are the only ones that I really wrote down. I don't really know exactly how many there were. I didn't scroll all the way through, but again, I typed up some of the ones that I thought were quite interesting. And again, fairly random. So I hope you guys enjoy this. Thumbs this up if you do, and definitely hit that subscribe button. So number 1. Now this one I thought was fairly interesting. What would 10-year-old you think of you now? Now, of course, for me, we're going back to 2000. Probably at least. It's when I turned 10. And I think if, she could see me now, granted, definitely have been through it, have definitely been through some things since then, she might still be proud of me, for getting through it, on, definitely even the hardest of days, because, with the mental health, it definitely gets up there again, obviously, and when it does, I get very much unmotivated to do anything, but somehow I power through it, so I think if she could see me now, she could be proud. Maybe would even give me some advice. You never know. Number 2. Do you ever talk to yourself? Okay, now honestly, yes, but really, who doesn't? Right? I mean, if you're looking for advice, why not talk to yourself a little bit? I don't know. If my mom can sing in the kitchen when she's making dinner or something, why can't I talk to myself? Nothing wrong with it. Number 3. This one I have talked about a little bit in a random facts about me video. Do you know how to whistle? No. Now, let me explain though really quick. I used to be able to, okay? And I have realized I don't really know exactly how old I was. I want to say maybe, I don't know, late teens, maybe early 20s, something like that. I realized I couldn't anymore. It mysteriously just vanished. And I'm still puzzled to this day. as to how that happens. You know, like, I'm certain there might be certain things that you guys used to do or be able to do that you for some reason just can't now. You know, like that talent mysteriously vanished. It just sounds like wind. I don't know. It's weird. Alright. Number 4. Do you prefer dogs or cats? Now, I personally like all animals, really. You know, well, minus snakes, spiders, probably any kind of reptile, really. You know, but I really mostly am a dog person. You know, I mean, I don't mind cats, you know, but my dad is allergic, and also my niece is recently, we discovered, is allergic. So I am more of a dog person. I've had a couple dogs growing up, so plus, you know, obviously, you know, TikTok realizes these things. You know, that, hey, she watches a lot of these videos. That's all they show me. I mean, I'm not mad at it, of course, but like, oh my god. Alright, number 5. This is another one that I thought was kind of interesting. And I wasn't certain I was going to type it out. But here we are. You know, here is where I feel like I can get things off my chest. I've done that already. You know, we've definitely talked about, I've confessed a lot. But what was the last thing you couldn't get off your mind? Now, this can really go like a number of ways, you know, and I'm certain we have probably all been there. Now, sometimes I will be laying in bed at night and I'll literally just start thinking of random things that either happened in high school or after. I don't know why. You know, it's kind of like when you think of a random situation and you start thinking in your head of stuff that you should have said, you know? Or if I've had a really good dream, you know, I will literally think about it all day, possibly even going into the next day, you know? Like, man, why couldn't I have woken up and that had been real? What's up with that? You know? Or if I have a dream that doesn't quite make sense, which does happen quite a lot, I will literally spend the entire day thinking of it, trying to put it together in my head, but of course it never does. I hate that sometimes, you know? Now, if we're being completely honest here, again, I have shared so much. I've confessed a lot while being on here. I'm gonna be real. Okay? You're listening. Got your listening ears all set. Okay? Nobody judge me. I see you in the back. I see you thinking about it. I see your buddy next to you too. I see you judging. You're getting ready to. I just know it. Don't lie to me. Okay? So, I feel like we all know by now, if I haven't talked about it enough, my current basketball player crush. Again, you in the back there with your buddy, I see you. You're judging. I know that face. Okay? Don't tell me you've never done it. Don't you shake your head no at me. Come on. Thank you, okay? I know we got our stuff straight here. But yes. Now, granted, that has been going on for like a year now. Now, it literally just happened randomly last year, and I don't know why. Does that make me weird? Maybe. Maybe not really. I mean, I've been called worse before, you know, so if someone out there is judging me, it's fine. But yeah, again, it just randomly, it happened, and I can't really explain it, of course, you know, and never, obviously, like, well, I was gonna say not like in a weird way, but I mean, really, no. But, you know, I mean, it happened. Again, I am looking at you. I'm looking at you and your buddy next to you. Again, you just... Don't you judge me. Okay? Okay? But you know who I'm talking about, right? Okay? Okay. Let's just... And if maybe we didn't know, you're recording. Anyway. Number 6. Do you believe in ghosts? Now, there might have been a time where I thought no. Probably would have said no. But honestly, now, yeah. I mean, I have watched enough Ghost Adventures, I feel like, to convince me. Plus, it hasn't happened in this house yet. But in the last house, it happened quite a lot. Where I will be in my room like I am now, sitting in bed watching TV, and I will literally feel a cold spot from my left ear. It was always the left. Sometimes it would feel like right in front of me, maybe to the right, but mostly to the left. It's kind of weird. Like it was always on one side, I guess, but now I want to believe. Okay, now if you guys have been with me for a while, you guys know I lost a close friend from high school in November of 2021. Obviously not how I wanted to end that year. No one would. You know, no matter who you lose. And I would like to think it was him. You know, visiting. You know, and it's, you know, it's a nice thought, of course. I thought I was gonna tear up there for a minute. I'm really surprised I didn't. Number 7. Do you believe there's meaning behind your dreams? I thought this was interesting too. I would like to think that, you know, Like I said, if we go back to like what I said earlier about the dreams, the good dreams you have, I would like to think there's meaning behind that when it's always about that same person, which for me it is that way. I don't, or like if you constantly have a dream about meeting your favorite celebrity, actor, singer, whatever, that could be really cool that there's meaning behind it and telling you like it could happen or it will happen maybe. So you never know. Right, number eight. Can you speak more than one language? No. Now, of course, probably like most people, I know certain words in Spanish, and maybe a little bit of French, but that's kind of really mostly it. Now, obviously, I can't talk to you in those languages. I mean, I think that would be really cool, but mostly just English, so, could be fun to learn though. Number 9. Do you have a middle name? I feel like most of us do, right? I mean, maybe there's someone out there who doesn't. I don't know. But I do. Marie. Number 10. Do you prefer to text or call? Now, I am more of a texting person. I'm not really too big on the calling. I hate trying to call places, especially when that automatic voice system comes into play. I know she annoys us sometimes. Some, like, depending on who I'm calling to, I realize it's really slow talking. And I literally will sit there like, can we get to the point, please? Like when I've tried to call my doctor's office before, it used to be like the person would talk kinda somewhat quick, and then at one point I feel like it changed. I don't know why. If that makes any sense, but personally, texting. Alright, finally, number 11. What can you talk about for hours? Okay, here's where it could definitely be a number of things, and I have a feeling we all know where I'm going with this. Okay? One of them being, of course, my love for boy bands. We've all seen the posters. Now I have slowly put some up on the wall in front of me. Obviously there's none behind me yet. I'm still trying to figure out placements of everything, but we're getting there. I mean, I could probably talk about NSYNC for hours, of course. I mean, really, but really mostly boy bands in general, if we're being honest here. My love for the TV show Friends. There's plenty of facts randomly that I know that I can definitely talk about a little bit. Let's see. Probably music, definitely. And my current crush on Aaron Gordon. Probably. So, and if, anyone, you know, want to hear, anyway. So yeah, those are 11 random questions that I decided to ask myself that I found on Google. Because I don't know why not. I hope you guys enjoyed and maybe learned a little more about me. Again, I feel like I've already shared it all on here, so why not get a little personal with maybe some of these at least? Again, confess things if you will. I've already done it before, so here we are. So, again, thumbs this up if you enjoyed it. Hit that subscribe button, definitely. If you guys want me to do a full-on Q&A, maybe leave me some questions down in the comments. And yeah, follow me everywhere else. Social media's links are always linked down below, of course. You guys know the drill by now. And as always, stay safe out there. And I will see you guys in the next one.